Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, a little bit tender today. I have a little bit of a hangover. Uh, that's what happens when you run out of milk. But yeah, I don't know if we're touching on alcohol. I don't often drink, and I was a little drunk last night. And I was trying to tap into what the emotion felt like when you're drunk, the numbing of it. I mean, I get quite lively, so I want to kind of dance, and I'm really chatty, and but then there's this kind of lull, and it was quite numbing, very interesting. I don't even, it's been over a year, I think, since I drank, and I do get drunk quite easily, probably because I don't drink, but very interesting. As somebody came around, I offered them a drink. I had no milk. They wanted something a bit stronger. They'd had a bit of a bad day, so I just joined them, and not in their bad day, in the drinking part. So it was kind of like 3 shots and a gin and tonic in quite a short period of time. And I actually said to him, why did you kind of ask for something stronger? And I've asked actually a few people this, people that when times are tough, they go for a drink. I'm not somebody that's ever done that. I've never had a bad day and thought I need a drink. I've always only drank really just for socially, I don't drink alone. So it's very interesting, just delving into this, our behaviours maybe. Anyway. Then I started a discussion about this regarding maybe I don't drink because I never had anybody in my family unit that was attached to being an alcoholic or any alcohol issues or drug issues actually within my unit of my mum, dad and 2 sisters. And it's interesting when you can kind of look into it. Sometimes it stemmed from what you've witnessed maybe as you were growing up. Anyway, let's pull some cards. I'm going to need some glasses on. It was fun for the night. Okay. I've got a choice of the Butcher Tarot or the Witch's Tarot. Okay. The Hangover. I have a feeling that may be the title. So what are we touching on and why am I drinking? I'm hoping I can just chill out today and pull some cards and not. That's good. My headphones reach. Let's see what wants to come out. Yeah, it's the balance here. This is Temperance. It's what's going on, balancing the masculine, feminine energies, the blending of the emotions. It's definitely within the conversations I'm having with masculines at the moment is really, they're opening up. And a lot is about what they've witnessed as they've been children. And about it kind of coming up now. So with this card here, I'm going to take the top card, but I'm going to see what it is, obviously. Yeah, it's about love. But I actually wanted to use the card to demonstrate something. But knowing that I'm going to see the card, I have to obviously acknowledge it. But I don't know how I can do this. Can you see this, a feminine side? And then the masculine side. It's when you can, that really is, I do hang out a lot with masculines, okay? I get on very well with the male species. There you go. Always have done. As a child, I was a tomboy. I hung out with the boys more. I felt more comfortable in their presence than girls. And I think it was something to do with judgment. I'm just going through my mind is the fear of judgment is kind of how masculines feel now, is that feminines judge them. And I suppose as we start to mix and talk a feminine with a masculine, a different perspective, a different perception of things. It's the blending. It's like getting to the core of the masculines, which is love. So the blending of the feminine and masculine energies there. Let's see where else we're going with this. Mixing of drinks. Whiskey, gin. Blending. I'm keeping that love card out there. It's a sloppy kind of love, that. We've got the world here. So it's about all the elements coming together. I'm not picking up much from this today. I tell you, all I was picking up was the feminine being quite transparent. There's slight cover in there, so she's very transparent. But she has dignity. If she's covering up her parts, I want to say that that's really interesting. It's about being transparent but not revealing all. That's going over there. Don't know where we're going with this. Masculine's energy here, end of the road. There's jealousy, there's envy, and it's kind of, he's done in. And what I'm picking up differently with this energy is I actually feel that this other guy over him is actually, I think he's not going to hurt him. I think he wants to try and save him. So the attack's already happened. The sword's bloody. And he's not injured. And the sword that the guy lying on the ground, the sword he's holding does have blood on it, but the other guy is not. Oh my, why do I feel like this guy's been hurting himself with jealousy? It's like he's riddled with jealousy. Wow, we're reading these cards really. Oh, it's jealousy towards the feminine's essence of love. Okay, that's a bit deep. I've got actually the Divine Feminine's cards out and the Greek mythology. That's the feminine side. She's really balanced, blending of those jugs there in her love. It could be the masculine actually picking up on the male attention that the feminine is drawing in. But the feminines are very aware of this. And then on this side here, we have the transparency of the feminine, but she is the dignity of her. But this masculine is jealous. And I actually want to say jealous as fuck. There's real strong energy there. Over on the feminine side, we've got the feminine who's maintaining balance. She's not even struggling. It's the Two of Pentacles. That's balancing out those masculine, feminine energies. Even through the choppy times, this could be the jealousy. I felt there was a slight anger towards the feminine yesterday. I think it's jealousy. Okay, well, masculines, we're looking at jealousy. Yeah, as I was kind of going down, I was thinking of the film The Hangover, and it's about what happens. What happens when you're away from your partner? And that energy there is, what does your feminine have plans with? What is she actually planning? What is she doing? And you don't know. Not for sure. Your ego's run away with you. And so's your green-eyed monster. This is like self-torture. Let's get another one for the feminine side. There's two. She's waiting for a message, a secure message, an offer from a masculine. And it's to do with becoming a partner. This is the wife card. And there's the soulmate card there. So she's waiting for the right counterpart. There you go. So she may be balanced and in this essence of love and a lot of attraction. She's waiting for the right. She's waiting for the right guy. That's so funny. Oh, that's made me giggle. Okay. Let's have a look at this masculine side. Look, she's alone now, celebrating. Okay, it's a feminine energy. Okay. Let's have a look at this side, masculines. What's going down, apart from all this jealousy? Ten of Pentacles. Well, that's your security. That's yours. That's what's coming through. There's a real jealousy here. Okay. That's your legacy, but what was coming out is that you're kind of wanting to claim that. That's yours. Yeah, that's your desire. There's a Nine of Cups there. Now, normally that's a masculine energy, but I feel that's more of a feminine face there. She's your desire. That's what the jealousy is. That's the wishes coming true card. But it's about being emotionally filled in your masculine energy. And there's a feminine here. She's holding the cup. Yours is knocked over, maybe. Oh, is it to do with being drunk? I'm not sure. It's definitely to do with what's going on with the feminine after hours. There you go. Coming great with like my kind of drinking episode last night. I always know everything that happens for a story to clear through something. We've got the surrender card here. This is the masculine's just wanting to walk away. So many people are just getting hurt. Maybe they're taking them swords away in case you cause yourself any more harm. It's just so green there. Look at him. It's not grey, a death of grey, is it? It's like a death of jealousy, riddled with jealousy, anguish, pain. Oh, that's good. The pain before the claim. Well, that's how you really get to this place where you're knowing what you're wanting, when you experience what it's like not to have it. Right, let's get one more for the feminines. Okay, that wants to give me two. There's a King of Passion here. Okay, what I'm feeling is the feminine's any kind of sexual interest. Yesterday I spoke about it with transmuting that sexual energy into creative energy, not just seeking to release it on any Tom, Dick or Harry. Okay, and that's interesting because I have an article that I already have up, but I then went into my little drinking session. But I was going to be putting an article on Facebook about transmuting sexual energy. So this is what the fear is that when the feminines are feeling the sexual energy and having the attraction coming in, what are the divine feminines doing with it compared to what maybe other feminines would be doing, their kind of coping mechanism, how they handle these situations. And I feel the masculines, this is actually bothering the masculine's energy now. The fear of, I'm going to say, of being replaced. But it looks like people are being left out in the cold, okay? So they're not kind of getting in there. Like I said, it was that they're waiting for the right person. They're wife material, secure wife material. They understand more about the sexual energy and how important it is to be careful about who you share that type of energy with, as you can kind of transmute it from one another as well, from partners. And a lot of it, I imagine, for the masculine's energy is clearing through actually that, your past sexual partners and the energy you would have picked up from them. It's just another clearing. Right, let's get one for the masculines. Okay, you've got two as well. Here's Justice. The scales are going to balance out. It's like justice has been served, like enough's enough now. It says that you need to stand your ground. That's like the claim card. It is, it's kind of like the claim it. It's your territory. It's quite a strong reading coming through. Heartache, loss, leaving this in the past. I want to read this card. The thing is with you guys know what you guys are like. Divine Feminines know exactly what you guys are like as well. So we're really dealing with masculine insecurity here, big time. But let's read this Three of Swords. It says, some pain is so piercing that it seems as if one's heart has been torn out. Such suffering can only be moved through, not avoided or denied. Whatever others may say about the need for grieving and its appropriate end, only the heart can know when it is time to pull the swords free and begin again. Let the tears fall as they will, and give sorrow its due. Think carefully before you assign blame. It is unlikely that you are thinking clearly. Key ideas: heartbreak, grief, the need for a period of consolation and peace, emotional unbalance. Feminines are balanced, masculines are not. That's a deep pain, guys. And it's the pain I do feel that you know that you've put upon your feminine, and it's kind of too much. Have a look at her face, crying there. Okay. Archangel Power Tarot. Let's have a look what these want to say. Let's get one for the feminine side. Decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back and need to detox unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Well, this is for the masculines. That just makes me feel it's just set yourself free. And that's all the feminines is do. That's all the feminines is doing. That's all the feminines are doing. They're just peace. Helping people to just set themselves free. Right, let's get one for this masculine side. Whoa, it's really warm. Like in a really hot country warm. Okay, you got strength. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Bear with me. The bird, the dove, the bird of peace here, she was sending them out, setting them free. But there's one here that's delivering the infinity symbol. It says strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. A beautiful card, look. Card number 11 there. That's your feminine's compassion. And that's, you have the pride, obviously, of the lion. But when you look at these two, they are really two extremes. And that's what it's like with your counterpart. It's like the ferociousness of one one, really got bunged up then, the ferociousness of one, okay, with the pride. And then you have the angelic essence of the feminine. And it just brings the perfect balance once you can balance out the connection, which the feminines are managing to do. They're managing to be able to comfort masculine energy now. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. And that's kind of like what you're wanting. There's definitely an ownership, taking ownership here of that. Be your primary focus. It's the lion within. Oh, I shared that on Facebook today. What did I share? I can't remember what it said. About your troubles. Like when the world sends you troubles, instead of saying, why me? Say, try me. The strength and the grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get another one. So telling a little story here. 10 of Ariel, 10 of Pentacles. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Again, there's feminines here. In Paris. Oh, beautiful. I think I'm going to go to Paris soon. I want to go and grab a Moulin Rouge show. So, there are some amazing cafes as well that you can find. Actually, the one that I went to, you could see the Eiffel Tower, but it was just down this way. This way. Not there. But there was, yeah. I know some little hangout places from my last trip to Paris, so lovely there. Just the vision, that's a really, there's so very much to be grateful for. It's enjoying life. And again, you just got the feminine essence there, so I don't know what it's trying to say. It's, okay, cafe, so 10 of Pentacles is about your lifestyle, how you spend your money, how you live your life, how others view you living your life. And this just looks very chilled out. The kids are happy. The ladies are chatting over coffee. So let's have a look. Whoa, wind's picked up as we go over to the masculine side. This is what happened yesterday. The wind picks up when I go onto this energy. There's just this anger that's lingering in the masculines. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. I want to read this one for you. Actually, I want to read both of those. Right. Oh, that's kind of cool because I can put the cards under the laptop. Right, so let's read, I want to read these two. So let's see what the 10 of Ariel wants to say first for the feminines, okay? So that's there is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So this is for the feminine's energy, okay? Now you have it all. There is so very much to be grateful for. You've been financially successful and no longer worry about money. There is a richness to live in, and it's all because of how diligently you've worked to get where you are. Your family life has become one of the greatest blessings in your life. You may define family as your birth family, or perhaps you have a chosen family with bonds that are just as strong or stronger. There is great love and support around you. You understand what really matters, and from that knowledge comes peace. Additional meanings of this card: happily ever after, community, family trees, long-term investments. Right, so that's the feminine's energy. Masculine's 9 of Gabriel. Okay, here's the message for you guys. Don't give up. Your determination and courage are needed now more than ever. You've come a long way and your work has been important and valuable. Stand your ground and protect what you have created. Be prepared for any possibility. You've already proven yourself and your position is secure so long as you have confidence. You may be tired, and this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. My leg is shaking like I'm on a nerve, and it's like up and down. I don't know if I can show you. Hold on, let me show if I can see. I don't know if you can see, if your camera, this one here is just having a little shake. Touch the nerve. Stop. Okay, let me. You may be tired, but this is the last challenging situation before success comes your way. Okay, additional meanings for this card: sticking with your plans, ability to fight off illness, environmental activism, and growing organic food. Felt there is looking after your health as well. It's been a really long, tiring journey, especially for the masculines, because they have been accelerated through this at such a speed. The ascension journey is tough enough when it's expanded over the course of, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, let alone it happening very quickly and awakening. But then it's just like the strength card. Getting to the same place, but from completely different angles, experiences, stories to tell. Now, shadow and light oracle. That's going to be interesting, as I'm talking about the dark with the light. I always feel the lighter you are, the more loving and happy, the more gloomier your counterpart will be. Dark, deep. And that's why the blending. The intensity of the light will be the intensity of the darkness. And it's learning to coexist together. So let's see what card wants to come out, wanted to flip over for the feminines. Card number 1, count your blessings. Well, that spoke about this, being very appreciative for life, understanding what's really important. So, I actually wanted to sing it out really loud. It was like, I won't. It's like, I feel good. I knew that I would now. So good. So good. 'Cause I got a you. Ooh, 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 ooh. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. A bit of an opposite, aren't they? So nice. Count your blessings. About the ghost of the pumpkin patch. This adorable and forlorn little figure is almost transparent, so still and quiet that you may overlook her, thinking you have just seen a wisp of mist go trailing past, when really All the time, this little ghost is silently standing before you, gently reminding you of something very important, that it soon will be time to harvest again. And the ghost of harvests, missed in the past, will come back to haunt you if you do not take your time and look around right now at all that is. She is not invisible, and she is always there, a reminder that the seasons turn, that the harvest must be brought in, and that those who stay with the earth a while are not always here to haunt you negatively. They are here to help you till their work is done. This little ghost loves her misty home, adores appearing to you when you have forgotten your blessings and your rights, and appears at exactly the right time in your life when you've nearly forgotten how lucky you are. This is the energy of the feminine coming through. A message for the masculine, really. A reminder. Always at the right time, you will find connection with your feminine. You're always drawn back to the light when you've forgotten. So it's like when you get lost, you find your way out through your feminine. It's like she's not invisible. So the ghost of the pumpkin patch speaks. I'm going to hold this card down. Oh, we're going over on the feminine side. Okay, no, I wanted to put it on top of the masculines because I do feel it's a message for the masculines from the feminine. Well, it all seems to be. It's like a kind of a clarification for the masculines regarding the feminines. So, the ghost of the pumpkin patch speaks. Something that is a blessing is being overlooked. It appears cloaked and seems almost invisible to you. You must stand in your field, that is to say, your life, and look around you and see all that has been given to you again and give thanks for it. You are forgetting how much you truly have and how much you will have again and again. My time is the harvest. It is now your time to bring in or harvest the joy and love of what you have so much of and share your abundance. So the divination message. Something precious is all about you, but it has become so familiar you can barely see it anymore. It is such a fixture in your life that familiarity has bred, if not contempt, a kind of blindness. The beautiful little girl ghost in the pumpkin patch asks you very gently to see the abundance all around you and to appreciate that while you are in physical form, there is so much you can enjoy. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts. There can be outstanding money issues associated with this card. And share the bounty. Do not let anyone cheat you, and know that you don't own a single thing in truth. It will all pass through your hands. But still, ironically, these things you have earned through your hard work are worth protecting. They are not too small. They are not too ordinary. You have more material wealth than you think, so please do count your blessings every day. Okay, I'm going to put it back on the feminine side. Let's pull one. Because definitely a message for the feminines in there to say, allow the abundance. Ten of Pentacles is there, but let's get a card for the masculine side. Jasper's laying over there like some kind of lion in the shade. You've got 2 sweet memories and you're working too hard. Card number 11 comes up with that Schlumpf card there. So let's read this one first. I always well, yeah, I always say you're drawn back to the light. I'll stick with that one. And sweet memories. So card number 11. About the dried flower fairy. Felt like I have a hair in my mouth. This darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands, their sweet faded fragrance reminding her of happy times. She helps you by collecting all your happy sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarch butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distances it can travel. So these memories may be of very long ago, down through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their messages of love and sweetness, wherever you currently find yourself. When you experience a difficult and challenging time, the dried flower fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you have forgotten, and magically the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet memories seem furthest away. She will come to you, and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, or a reminder of happiness coming to you in some other sweet and serendipitous way. The dried flower fairy speaks. Do you remember that time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light, swam in the sparkling sea, held hands or exchanged glances with someone you liked more than just friends? When you were given a gift for no reason, hugged by a friend, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds. You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you, so your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss and gifts for no reason become possibilities you believe in again. When I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past in the present, I know my work has been done. So the divination message. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun and uplifting times in your life, the kind that have no great significance historically. But in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining bright, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realization that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels. It's time to sift through the precious memory. It's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honouring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved. And that transcendent feeling of being one with all that is will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. I feel like I actually want to leave it there. I don't think I really want to add too much to it. So let's finish with the Greek mythology and the Divine Feminine's card. Let's do the Divine Feminine first. When you're a free spirit, jealousy cannot exist. It's a lack of trust in that so much. And that's the kind of templates that destroy relationships. Okay, let's get a card for the Divine Feminines from the Divine Feminines pack. I feel you. It's Isis. So, okay, I know what I need to share. Michael Jackson, do you remember the time? It comes in brilliant, but the story is of Isis and Osiris, who were the first soulmates, or I'm not sure if they were the first, but they most definitely were soulmates, twin flames. But it's Isis, the goddess of magic, and sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. These are perfect messages, okay? So I will attach that video and watch it. It's a reminder. They've kind of lost the needing this reminder, and it's about jealousy, okay? Completely. Michael Jackson comes up as deaf, falls down, and then becomes this, and he's intriguing. Michael Jackson's intriguing, this divine feminine, okay? Isis. And Osiris is kind of, who's played by Eddie Murphy, is kind of looking at to say, what the, I don't think, but it's a reminder of what you actually have and to value that. So, and it is this sexual energy of the divine feminine. So I need to find it. Do you know it's because the hangover come back, and it's like you kind of hung up. I don't know if it's on the drunkenness of love or the clouds are beautiful. Let's find out where Isis is in here. Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then. Okay, 170. Isis embodies the pure magic of devoted love. Isis is an ancient Egyptian goddess of love, fertility, resurrection, and magic. Her temples lined the Nile Delta in Upper Egypt from the 4th century BCE to the 4th century CE, with the closing of the temple at Philae. The priests and priestesses who served her were known for their miraculous healing powers. Isis, the daughter of Geb, god of the earth, and Nut, goddess of the sky, she married her brother Osiris. When he was murdered, his body parts were scattered all over the earth. Isis searched tirelessly to remember him, and then used her sexual energy to bring him back to life. Osiris's death and rebirth were celebrated annually. Isis then gave birth to their son Horus and became worshipped as the ideal wife and mother. Her association with magic originates with the sun god Ra. Isis created the first snake in order for it to bite Ra. In his pain and near death, he gave her his secret name so that she could revive him. Isis then became more powerful than Ra, and possessed the magic to heal and to prolong life, or to give life back to the dead. Let's stop there. Let's go back to what the divine feminine's up to. Just for clarification here. Balancing a masculine feminine energy. Helping masculines with the rebirth. Remaining balanced between masculine and feminine energy. Helping people through choppy times. Waiting for an offer. Because she is kind of like, what did it say? Isis then gave birth to their son Horus and became worshipped as the ideal wife and mother. Yeah, I said that was the wife card. There's the soulmate card, the 1111, the happily celebrating. Okay. Femininity, the power, I want to say. It said that any of her followers, the priests and priestesses who served her, were known for their miraculous healing powers. Masculine attention because of the sexual energy coming in, but it's not being transmuted that way towards them. It's to help them come in from out of the cold and to make the transition. So, count your blessings. They understand what's valuable to them. Let's carry on with the message. When your soul selects her card, the sexual energy that creates life can also be used to sustain it. It's significant that Isis brings Osiris back to life by making love to him. The metaphor is that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, and heaven and earth, a rebirth or a resurrection occurs. The sexual energy that sex inspires exists within each of us all the time, latent and waiting to be utilised to create more life. Often our own sexual energy and power is feared, or left neglected and unacknowledged. It's a powerful, sacred life force that Isis wants you to integrate more fully. It doesn't require a partner to activate it. It only takes awareness that it exists and the remembering of our heart to our head, our body to our soul. It takes activating the energy of our root chakra and uniting it with the crown chakra just above our head. So that's the alignment here of the chakras, okay, from the roots up to the crown. But with the, I'm going to say that the Kundalini, okay, the snake uncoiling up the spine, it's the Kundalini awakening. Isis is a call for us to allow our sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do. She is a sacred reminder that sex is holy. And what makes it holy isn't marriage or a certain combination of male and female or masculine and feminine. Sex is made sacred through presence, through our capacity to become fully embodied. So, soul voice meditation, what does sexual empowerment feel like to me? An intention. Sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Yesterday, and yes, this came up, sexual energy came up, and I said to the feminines to use that energy as they know how to release the energy by visualization and are coming together, okay, with their masculine without them needing to be there. And I suggested you will feel, so the feminines can most definitely feel the desire from the masculine's energy and knows how to use that and to connect in the 5D. Okay, so Isis. It's the connection, but we spoke about the yin yang, and there is this sacred sexual connection between the soulmates that activates this. So, and that's how she brought him back to life, was by directing her sexual energy. Okay, now let's get one for the masculines, because we've gone deep. Okay, I'll share the article about sexual transmuting sexual energy as well. It's quite interesting. I don't even know if I got to actually read all of it, but right, I'm looking for the Greek mythology cards. I think there needs to be a deck that's for the divine masculines. I've not come across a deck. It'd be interesting. That's why I always use the Greek mythology, but there may be a deck out there. I'm not sure. But pretty awesome if there was a divine masculine. Okay. Icarus, inexperience. I've never had this card. Let me show you. Not sure what's going on in that card. We shall soon find out. Whereabouts are you hiding? Okay, here we go with these pronunciations. It's all going to be good. Daedalus was an ingenious man of great inventive skill who was locked up in an island labyrinth along with his son, Icarus. But the clever father planned their escape by constructing 2 pairs of wings out of wax and bird's feathers. He taught Icarus how to use the wings and instructed him to take the middle path between the sun and the earth, not too low and not too high because the sun would melt the wax. The wings were successful and they left their island prison far behind them. However, Icarus got carried away and flew higher and higher until the sun scorched his wings and he crashed into the sea whilst his father landed safely. The moral of the story might be to take the middle path and not go to extremes, but this is easier to do as we get older. The young do not always listen to what they are told. However, they need to learn prudence for themselves rather than simply obeying elders. Experience is the best lesson. I want to see what the meaning of the word prudence, the actual what the definition. Acting with or showing care and thought for the future. The moral of the story might be to take the middle path and not go to extremes, but this is easier to do as we get older. The young do not always listen to what they are told. However, they need to learn prudence for themselves rather than simply obeying elders. Experience is the best lesson, and it's called The Fall of Icarus. 1818. Mary Joseph Blondel. And that's how we learn, when we learn our lessons. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'll catch up with you guys soon. Have a fantastic day. I always do this, don't I? Okay. Right, okay guys, much love. Where's my cursor? There you are. Take care. Bye for now.